Good evening and welcome back. Tonight we are discussing the Hermit of the Major Arcana. The Hermit is the ninth card of the Major Arcana. It is the embodiment of patience and understanding. This card is represented by an old man with a gray beard, shrouded in gray robes. His face is hidden by his cowl. In one hand he carries a lantern, which represents insight and understanding. In the other, he holds a staff. The background is a vast wasteland. The hermit bears the number 9 and is the patient guide of the fool. When appearing in a spread, this card implies a time of loneliness or withdrawal from life. It brings a reminder that wisdom and patience can sometimes only be acquired with this withdrawal. It also teaches that if you are willing to wait, there can be the opportunity to build a truly solid foundation. The fool at last arrives at maturity, having developed both a mind and a heart. He has a firm sense of identity and a deep respect for his own limitations. The fool has certainly come far since he stepped off the precipice and into the unknown. The hermit is the image of time and limitations of mortal life. This card explains a simple and obvious fact. Nothing is allowed to live past its span, and nothing remains the same for long. This lesson usually only comes with age and much experience, and it is often resisted by the unenlightened. The fool begins to learn the value of loneliness. He discovers that he is ultimately alone, and that all mortals must eventually face this same dilemma. He learns to accept this and accept his own mortality. He finally realizes that youth passes into maturity, and maturity eventually becomes old age. There is no escaping this simple truth. The lessons the hermit has to teach cannot be learned through struggle and conquest, not like the chariot and strength cards. It is only through acceptance that the hermit can best teach all that he has to offer. The fool is taught to develop the reflective and solitary part of himself. He recognizes that there are things he cannot change, but he can learn to deal with them from a place of higher understanding. The hermit also forces on the fool the notion that intellect, heart, courage, and strength all mean nothing if he cannot find the patience and prudence that the hermit has to offer. The hermit shows the fool how to endure and wait in silence. In its reversed position, there are a number of interpretations for the hermit card. Perhaps you resent having to be alone, or you could turn away from those who want to help you when you need their help most. Perhaps you have slammed the door on others and then bemoan your fate. Alternatively, you may fail to grow up and see things as they truly are. Lastly, you may be suffering from a bereavement or loss of a lover or close friend. In the case of the latter, the person will not come back, and you will have to spend some time coming to terms with this. Positive or negative, this is one of life's lessons, and the experience will only benefit you in the long run. Stay tuned until next time when we discuss the Wheel of Fortune card of the Major Arcana. Blessed be.